Okay. Yes. Of course, the support from Gerbach for the articulation, all of this on Vita with the material teeth on the composite material from gingiva on teeth from the XL. So, of course, the combination, for me, it was a winning combination, of course. For my skills, of course, our materials also. So, this is also with different color, our denture. Something a little bit about me. I am 35 years technician. Now I have a lot of things make it with teeth, but most important for me is to learn every day something new. That's why I have the inspiration and the motivation to make again, and until I hope the next 5-8 years, and that's over. So I don't speak a lot of. For me, it's some people, but But I have to say, I love also not only to working with every case. I love at the same time documentation, the big cases, because I love also like a lot of pictures to make it. That's my passion. Yes. Okay, a small video clip. How start us, all of them. It was 10 people registered before 3 years, I think, now. In the end, it was only 8, the final top 8, not top 10. I have seen after a lot of good cases, the whole, from all 8 participants. Yes, yet now, one moment, is something. So, it was before the competition, before the first place, before the winning. But it was a beautiful trip for me, because I take the first, for example, already the models, the Dolder bar or the Diamart bar. It was for me something high level. It's not only something like this, but it was perfect, and that's why I must to make it also the perfect case about. It was for me a big motivation to make it the best. Of course, all of this is the best. We can make the best. Maybe in the end it was a small details who win, whether it's the first place or the second place, but I am happy that I have the first place. The status from this, what I said, is the mandibular status. It was the German Doldersteg bar, and with gold writer. And the implants, it was for Nobel Biocare multi-units. It's a easy way to make it good, a real good aesthetic restoration. But at the same time, easy for the patient to outside on cleaning all of this. Not only the beautiful side, it's also the functional side. Okay, the maxillar status, it was from Zimmer implants, T-base, and the Panthera milling center. We have a milling bar. The Diamart is a special patented milling bar, and like a superstructure, it was a PIC from Pecton. It's for me, working a lot of it with PIC or like this material, I love it. It's easy to working or we have with high aesthetic. Yes, of course. I am 35 years data technician, and I have learned with those big cases every time a double model, working model to working, not the original. The originals for me is like passing to try between the pass fit or not, or I have a problem. That's why I make it every time a working models. That's why I have the same. It's not, of course, a little bit analog for me. It's not. I am not the 100% digital. I am 50-50, 50 digital, 50% old school. That's I want to make it. I have make it like this model, analog. So, number one, very important for the final cases. Articulation. It's important for that the occlusal plane is in the same to align with a rubber band. For example, here we fix it bottom with a little bit with silicone, and then fix it with stone with plaster, articulate plaster the upper first of all, and then completely the lower, and then I see. And then I'm controlling like this, if it's also is okay, how much space I have, of course. It's important how I calculate after my space on my aesthetic on the teeth also. And most important, I check if it's like here, I check after the articulator if it's 0. Because the last years I have seen with Michael, it was great cases, or Andreas also, you are also there. We had great cases, aesthetical, functional, but the easy, the simple things, it was not there. You say, it's why? All the small things must make the work high, not only the like beautiful teeth. Okay, it's beautiful, but if it's not not right, it's not possible. Okay. The second important step, model analyze. Proper model analysis is apart from any deployment concept. It's more. In total danger. It's right or total protective? Total protective. It's really important. The model analysis. Of course, the model analysis are only create in articulated models, not free, because I have the same parallel here and here to check every teeth, every setup. If we are in the right way, or if someone wrong, or like this, or like this, or like this. So, anterior tooth selection. Which one is best? Which one is not good? Which one? Of course, we have a lot form. We have a lot sage, or it's everything we have everywhere. Morphology, number one for me. Which form? It's the patient a little bit bigger or longer or a little bit smaller faces. Yeah, you must still oval or tetragonal form or trigonal form. You must change. You must choose. Or the teeth size. It's important. I think we have seen the last two cases where it was the teeth too big from this for these cases. It was too big. It's beautiful, but the female patient, no go for me. But I think we have all the same opinion. Of course, the color of teeth, I think in Canada less, I think, but US more bleaching, more A1, B1, or like this. Of course, in Europe is a little bit different. A2, A3, it's typical color, but we must stick with the person and to choose which one is the best. On the teeth placement, which concept we chose to make it like this. And criteria from posterior tooth selections. Of course, the atrophic from the Robbie writes how physical condition of the patient. Sometimes we forget it like this. We make it anatomical teeth, and it's in one patient with 75 years old. It's not possible. Sorry. It's one criterion. We may change something else, or for example, semi-anatomical form, or sometimes monoplane, real like this, because it's a big problem. So, patient with strength or breathing, of course, we think about it, and of course, the previous prosthesis occlusion. If we have an old occlusion, old denture, to help us how to find how working the patient until now. If I have a plain morphology, for example, and now we make it anatomical, 1 week they go inside again in the dental office, I have pain here, everywhere. It's not possible. We must thinking about it. Of course, the group of teeth is to liberalize what I chose for these cases, of course, because for me it's one of the simple, easy, not for me only, but the patient also to eat every day. For me, I said monoplane, semi-anatomical, and anatomical. So the next step is the teeth setup. I check my bite here, if it's always okay, it's okay, it's the right way, and I start the anterior lower teeth. Not, of course, not like one line. A little bit we have a different accent. The best graphic is from Vita, for example, and I have used like this because it's simple. We must not so many things different. Of course, we can a little bit individualize. It's no problem, but it's simple way to make it a good big denture. And then for the following the upper, we see also here in the same plane here with a rubber band. If it's always okay, then start it, of course, with the first molar, lower molar. This is the centrum from real heart to belastung. Load. Yeah, sorry, sometimes it's not all the words there. Yes, we make it like this, and then follow the rest upper. Teeth setup size liberalized occlusion. That means it had been definitive as a form of prosthetic occlusion. It's the best for me, and I think for the 80%, 90% from dentures, dentist, denturist, I think. Of course, this is important. The ligament cusp of the maxilla area with a occlusal surface and mandibular centric, like here, for example, is a best bicycle. Best example. Sorry, my German words inside. So then, if you make it all the setup ready, then they make it a little bit fun for me. Individualized, not only the color, also the form. It's not necessary to change the form, of course it's not necessary, but sometimes we must. I want to play a little bit. Of course, because we have a lot of good materials today. All of it's very good materials. That's why I am safe from the safe side. It's not happen. So I started the front first of all to fix in my peak construction, yes. And then I make it a little bit cut back, and then start. For example, here is a typical form from Excel on Vita, like this. For me, the length was for me okay, but I want like female, a little bit carve, a little bit more to so. Yes, I don't want to say, but you say thank you. And that's why I start with material to make it every teeth to, of course, with the basis from morphological properties, not something like this. No, it's until in the end here. It's not polished, of course. You can see all details here, how to make it, all with transition, with mamelons, with everything. We can make it. That's why in the end, of course, not only the form, the micro-morphological surface texture, because I have the time, I have the real fun with these cases, and I wanted to make it the best one. That's why I make it. So, the lower teeth, also the same. I also curing with acrylic, and then I make it a cutback. But I don't need to creative transition area. I have it from the teeth from Vita. That's why I want only a little bit individualize, but it's there. That's why I use this property. So this one is already not 100% ready, but already to make it after the next step, the gingiva individualize with color. Now is the gingiva in the upper cases. I have made it only composite because I have a small area, small zone where I don't need to make it with acrylic or like this. That's why I directly with composite, and then the upper, of course, all these details, not more in color individualized or customized. Yes, you see also here, sometimes I see now, before after a few years, that sometimes somewhere is a little bit more too extreme. I know that, but it happens. It's not only contact cases. It's we must have a little bit more fun. So that is of the color map what I use in gingiva, of course. It's from Vita curing, light curing gingiva material. For example, I have a little bit like a graphic because I want to show where is what. Of course, it's not easy to see everything, but a little bit. And then I have a small details with a flow material here with violet, red, or gum on that day like this. That's more illusion to create, like natural gingiva. Of course, it's difficult to copy natural. It's not easy. So, and here we see the almost ready cases with different color, individualized color and form. Of course, I saw a little bit more female, more sexy. Now, I think it's my opinion. So, in the end, of course, not only the fan. We must check how working all of this. How can we get the patient real eating. Here is in normal maximum in the intercashpation. Yes. Of course, here with the lateral fusion movement lift on right and protrusion. We must check all of them. If it's from here, it's no problem, but in the real world outside, it's a big problem. After a few weeks, maybe a big crack in denture. Why? Because it's not right all the point to check it, to occlusion. So, of course, at the end, mock the macro or end micro morphological surface texture. I love it. I can make it the whole day to carving or like this with a hand or with tools. I love it like this. But sometimes we have not so much time. So you can see here some small details here, also all the cracks also here. Of course, it's help more in the photography. Not the photography, but the light. Because if I make it this picture with two lights, you don't see nothing. That's it. That's, I think, what I said better. It was nice to make it all these cases, but the documentation for me, it was the best in this case. Because I have a lot picture, maybe. And I love it. Until today, I use this picture. For example, like this here, to show all. And not only the form, the color, also the function here. Appreciation from protrusion, from lateral movement, from all this here. The other side here also. Of course, that's mean liquidized occlusion. It's important this area, a real maximal contact to how we have. That's important. Of course, we show some more details from teeth from Vita. It was a pleasure to working with it. We can see how transition, how make it from the goods, those good materials. We can make it high class results. We must have two things. We must have motivation and time to training, and that counts. Come these results after. Yeah, it was the first place. It was my honor from the whole Panthera, of course. And of course, I am waiting this day, afternoon, I think it was, in my lab, and I said, okay, 10, 9, 8. They said, oh, I hope the first 3 places, it was for me perfect. But I see third place, Jeffrey, I think, yeah, Jeffrey. It was second place, the singular, the French. Emile, yes. On this, I said, yeah or no, yes or no. And I heard my name, it's okay. That's it, I get it. Thank you very much. And it's my presentation also on like a video clip, of course, 1-2 minutes. It's Thank you und merci.